Let's get started. Child's pose. 60 minutes here on your mat. Your time for you. This is your body, your mat, your practice. Your flow doesn't look like anybody else's flow. So keep your attention on what's happening in your body and how your body feels this evening. Press all of your finger pads strongly into the mat. Press your toenails down. Integrate your shoulder blades onto your back. Get really present to being here on your mat. Begin your Ujjayi breath. Let your neighbor hear your breath. Create a community of audible breathing through your nose and exhaling through your nose. We've gotten the temperature up to a good setting for the room with the heaters, the artificial heat. I've turned those off, so now the organic heat is where we are. Downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width distance, maybe a little bit wider, giving your shoulders some space. Soft bend to your knees. Pull your shoulder blades together on your back and really press the mat away from you. Walk your feet to your hands down, forward fold. Feet hips width distance apart. Clasp opposite elbows, sway from side to side. Stretch your toes out on the mat. Continue with the audible Ujjayi breathing. Come up to stand. Bring your hands to heart center. Your drishti set on the wall in front of you, eyes open, here in your body, using all of your senses. We'll begin with 3 ohms. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Let your breath go. Halfway lift, long spine. Plant your hands, high plank and pause. Get really present, soften your elbows, slight bend to your elbows, shoulder blades pulled together on your back. Take a breath in here at the top. Exhale, lower halfway down for low plank. Untuck your toes, upward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Downward facing dog, send your hips to the ceiling. 5 breaths in your downward facing dog. Hugging skin to muscle to bone, pulling into center line. Can you get really present to engaging your body from your skin in? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Bend your knees. Look at your thumbs. Jump top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Press down. Reach up. Lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, long spine. Flow from high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. 5 breaths. And as you move your body here on your mat, I encourage you to keep your drishti steady. Keep your drishti steady, your breath steady. And maintain your focus on what is happening in your body, how your body feels as you move through these poses. Another breath together. Breathe in. Bend your knees low. Look at your thumbs. Jump. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Press down. Reach up. Look up. Exhale, fold. Right back down. Halfway lift. Breathe in. So good. Plant your hands. High plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Breath. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Hug your forearms in towards center line, but soft bend to your elbows. Hug your outer shins in. Yeah. Start your inner fire with your breath and your muscle energy. Breathe in. Bend your knees, look at your thumbs and land there. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain, press down, look up, reach up. Exhale, follow your breath, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Plant your hands and move with your breath. Exhale from high to low. Up dog, full breath in. Downward facing dog, hips high. 5 breaths. Root down through first finger and thumb knuckle. Gaze between your toes. Breathe in. Bend your knees low. Get spring loaded, ready to pounce top of your mat. Half lift. Fold. Big toes come to touch, chair pose. Squeeze into center line and sit deep. Can you squeeze your knees in towards one another? Your inner thighs in towards one another. Reach your fingers towards the ceiling and exhale, sit 1 inch deeper. Breathe in. Yeah, forward fold, empty out. Halfway lift, inhale. Flow from high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Downward facing dog, send your hips high. Step your right foot to your right thumb, warrior 1. Step big. Root down, reach up, look up. Exhale, flow. Plant your hands, move with your breath from high to low. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward for warrior 1. Step big, squeeze your inner thighs in, reach up, look up. Exhale, plant your hands and flow. High plank through to low plank. Get both of them. Upward facing dog, full breath in. Downward facing dog, 5 breaths. This pause in your downward facing dog as a place where you can gauge what's happening, how far you've already come, how much heat you've already generated. Take another breath here. Bend your knees, look at your thumbs, pounce. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, sit deep, 1 breath, reach high. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Flow, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, stay for the full breath. Downward facing dog, step big, warrior 1, right foot, right side. Root down, reach up, look up, flow, plant your hands, move your body, move your breath. Savor everything that is happening right here. Step forward, left side, warrior 1, step, root, reach, look, plant your hands and flow. High, low, up dog, breathe in. Down dog, let it go. Reset, 5 breaths. Coming to downward facing dog is like coming home again. Extend your right leg back behind you. Flex your foot, dial your toes down. Yes. Bend your knee. Stack your hips. Press down more through your right shoulder to keep your shoulders level. Lift your knee higher. Come up onto the tippy toes of your bottom foot and flip your dog. Both feet land on the mat. Reach, lift your hips, lift your heart. Maybe full wheel is there for you if you can see the floor underneath you. Take a breath in. Let that breath go. Side plank, right hand center of your mat. Press down through your bottom foot to lift your top foot. Flex that top foot. Look at your top hand. Breathe. Take another breath. Downward facing dog, side out. Yeah, breathe in, breathe out. Lift your left leg strong and straight. Toes point straight down. Yeah, now bend your knee. Stack your hips. Work to keep your shoulders in the same line, but lift your knee higher. Come up onto your tippy toes. You know where we're going. Flip your dog. Press down through your heels. Reach your fingers. Send your gaze underneath you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Side plank, left hand center of your mat. Right away, flex your bottom foot. Press down to lift your top foot. See your top hand. Now pull your belly button in and look at your fingers. Downward facing dog. Let it go. So strong. Take a breath in. Let it go. Again, breathe in. Extend your right leg back behind you. Step forward, crescent lunge. Stack your left heel high up over your tippy toes. Like heel is directly over the toe ball mound of your back foot. To do that, you squeeze inner thighs in, belly button in, bottom ribs in. Hands to heart center. Twist towards the chakra wall. Bring your left elbow to your right knee and press your back hamstring up towards the sky. Fire up your back leg. Open your wings. Left fingers down, right fingers reach. So good, so strong. Open up to warrior two. Peel it open. Peel it open. Gaze over your front middle finger. Flip your front palm, reach up, reverse. Breathe here. Extended side angle. Bring your forearm to your thigh, fingers to earth inside your right ankle. Keep stacking right knee over right ankle. Bend deep into that front thigh. Take a big breath here. Let that breath go. Again, breathe in. Let it go. Come up to standing. Pivot both toes to face the long edge of your mat. Side facing wide angle forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Send your fingertips down back in line with your toes. And once you've done that, take your feet wider than they currently are. Come out of your default. Wherever you landed, come out of your default. And drop your head. Drop the knowing, drop your head. What's happening in your pinky toes? Press them more into the earth. Bring a slight bend to both knees. Yeah, press out through your pinky toes. Breathe here. Breathe here. Crawl your fingers out underneath your shoulders. Halfway lift, long spine. Press down, come to stand. Send your right toes to the short edge of your mat. Left foot, bring it halfway up your mat. Feet wide, stance short. Squeeze your inner thighs in. Press down through both heels. Reach your fingers high towards the sky. And then zip into center. Belly button, bottom ribs. Hinge. Reach for the front of the room. Reach. Reach. Then bring your fingertips down to the earth for some blocks. Either is an excellent option. Keep pressing down through your back heel. Slight bend to both knees. Stay in the muscles. That's where the fire is. The fire is in the muscles of your body. Big breath in. Soften, big breath out. Again, breathe in. Exhale, twisting triangle. Reach your right hand towards the ceiling. Press down through your left fingers and then press down through your back heel. It wants to come along for the twist. Don't let it. Take a breath here, soften your knees. Yeah, muscle to bone engagement. One more breath. Vinyasa. Plant your hands, flow your body, flow your breath from high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg strong behind you. Step through crescent lunge. Set up your stance, stack your heel high over your toes. Pull into center, belly button, bottom ribs. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the street, right elbow, left knee. Press them into one another. Press your right hamstring up towards the sky. Can you press your thigh bone towards the sky? Take a breath here. Open up to warrior two, slow and controlled. Boom. Gaze over your front middle finger. Can you stack your front knee over your front ankle? Bend deep into that front thigh. Flip your palm. Reach up. Reverse. Breathe. 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 Extended side angle, left side. Left side. Where is the breath? Come up to standing. Pivot both toes to the chakra wall. Side facing wide angle forward fold. Fingertips in line with your toes. Crawl them back towards the street. Take your feet wider. Drop your head. Drop the controlling. Drop the knowing. Be here in your feet. Consciously bend your knees. Breathe. Breathe. Walk your hands out underneath your shoulders, halfway lift. Exhale, press down through your feet, come to stand. Left toes face the short edge of your mat. Set up for pyramid pose, opposite side. Short stance, wide stance, feet wide. Yes. Press down through your heels and then zip in like you did before. Belly button, bottom ribs. Reach your fingers towards the ceiling. Get long. Hinge, reach forward. Reach. Reach. And then slowly bring your fingertips down to the earth. Consciously bend both of your knees, but press down through your heels. Yes, that changes the pose in your body. Drop your head. Take a breath here. Exhale it out. Again, breathe in. Exhale. Once more. Twisting triangle. Right fingers stay. Left fingers reach for the ceiling. Press down through your back heel. It wants to come along, I know. Take a breath here. And twist, twist, twist. Fill up. Flow. Hands plant, move through high plank to low plank. Yeah, upward facing dog. Breathe all that goodness stuff in. Downward facing dog. Let it go. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Breathe in. Bend your knees. Look at your thumbs. Top of your mat. Jump. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Bring your big toes to touch. Chair pose. Sit deep. One breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, twist to the street. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the chakra wall. Inhale, come back to chair pose. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Toe heel your feet, hips width distance apart. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Drop your head. Bring your chest down to your thighs by bending your knees a lot. Like really bend, make contact. Now press down through your heels, press up through your sits bones, and drop your head. Shake it from side to side. Yes, no. Get really present to the feeling in your feet. Release your big toes. Take gorilla pose, palms all the way underneath your feet. Bring your palms all the way underneath your feet. Stand on your hands so your toes are up by your wrist creases. Full breath in. Full breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release gorilla pose, set up for crow pose. Hands underneath your shoulders, fingers spread wide. Bring your knees to the backs of your triceps, and maybe you stay right there, squeezing into center, pulling your belly button in. Press your knees into your triceps and then squeeze into center. Shift your weight forward, play with your balance. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flow with control. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Yeah, so good. Breathe in. Make some noise. Fill up here. Bend your knees, look at your thumbs, step, hop, jump, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Catch your hips with your hands and pause. Squeeze elbows in towards one another. Press down through your heels, come up to stand. Set your drishti. Find your spot. Come into eagle pose with right thigh wrapping on top of your left thigh. Slight bend to your standing knee. Yeah. And squeeze everything that's touching into center. Everything that's pressing into center, squeeze. Lift your elbows in line with your shoulders and then pull your shoulder blades together on your back. We'll be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change sides. With intention, with deliberate movement, eagle, left thigh up and over. Pull energy up through the sole of your standing foot, lifting your pelvic floor, pulling your belly button in for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change sides. Second set, new opportunity, new feeling. We'll be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change sides with control. So good, so strong. And let the pose land in your body. Notice what's happening. We'll be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to stand. Take a breath in. Let that breath go. Extend your right arm towards the ceiling. Come into dancer pose by grabbing the inside of your left foot with your left hand. Hug into center line. Squeeze in. Put your left toes on the ceiling. Kick your foot. Reach your hand higher towards the ceiling for 5, 4. Steady your breath. 2, 1. With control, switch sides. Root your left foot into the earth. Grab the inside of your right foot and take the pose in your body. We'll be here for 5. Steady your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change sides. Dancer, second set. We'll be here for 5. Let it be however it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, change sides. We'll be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring both feet together on the mat. Take a breath in. Let it go. Standing leg raise, pull your right knee into your chest. Flex your foot. Open your right knee out towards the chakra wall. Extend your left hand towards the street. Can you see your left thumb? Can you play with your balance? Can you see with your left thumb? Come back to center. Kick your right foot forward. Flex your foot. Press out through your heel. Reach your fingers high. Airplane pose. Bring your arms back by your sides. Palms face the earth. And drop your right hip 2 inches. Yes. Take a breath here. Hands to heart center. Half moon. Left hand down to the earth or a brick. Stack your hips. Keep flexing your back foot. Can you see your back toes? Yeah. Take a breath here. Let that breath go. Join both feet on the earth. And come back to standing. Yeah. Breathe in. Reset. Breathe out. Standing leg raise. Bring your left knee into your chest. Flex your foot right away. Stand tall. Open your left knee out towards the street. Extend your right arm. See your right thumb. Pull in as you press out through knee and fingers. Come back to center. Kick your foot front to the front of the room. Reach your fingers high. Slow transition to airplane. Arms back, palms face the earth. Back foot is flexed. Drop your left hip 2 or 3 inches. So good. Bring your hands to your heart center. Half moon, right fingers down. Press down through your standing foot to stack your hips. Can you see your back toes? Take them more towards the street. Yes. Full breath here. Full breath here. Once more. Join both feet on the mat and come to stand. Tree pose. Left foot roots into the earth. Right foot press it into your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh, above or below your knee. And then press into center. Equal pressure. Bent knee, press it towards the back of your mat. Get tall. And send your fingers towards the sky. Lift your heart towards the ceiling. Look up and lean back. Look up, lean back. With control, change sides. Right foot, press it into the earth. Stretch your toes out on the mat. Soft bend to your standing knee, hugging skin to muscle to bone. Spread your hands, your fingers, lift your heart. Look up and lean back. Look up and lean back. Bring your hands back to heart center. Join both feet on the mat. Take a breath in. Let it go. Extended mountain, root down. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Halfway lift, breathe in. Flow from high all the way through to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Let it go. Step your right foot forward and set up your body for triangle pose. Front heel is in line with back arch. Back foot is parallel with the back edge of your mat, also known as warrior 2 feet. Soft knees, slight bend to both knees. Bricks are so good, so good. Take a breath here. Let it go. Take another breath. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Step your left foot through for triangle on your left side. Breathe here. Breathe here. Inhale fully. Exhale, flow. Plant your hands. Move your body. Move your breath. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Shift your weight forward into a high plank. Soft bend to your elbows. Maybe you come down to your knees. Lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down to your mat. Place one ear on the earth. Bring your arms back by your sides. Palms facing down. Palms facing down. Yeah. We're setting up for locust pose. Building a strong back body here through this igniting sequence. Press your pubic bone into the earth. Breathe in and lift your hands, your heart, your feet. Rise up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down with control. Place your other ear on the mat. Take a breath in. Let it go. Locust pose number 2. Rise up, press down, lift up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow, lower down. Breathe in. Breathe out. A floor bow. Bend your knees, grab your feet, maybe at the toes or maybe at the ankles, and then squeeze your knees in towards the center of your mat. And then kick your feet into your hands. Pull back on your hands with your feet. The duality, the pulling and the kicking, and the pulling and the kicking for 3, 2, 1. Release. Windshield wipe your legs. Release the tension in your low back, maybe. And floor bow number 2, second set. Set up the foundation of the pose. And rise up. Press your thighs into the earth. Flex your feet strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Windshield wipe your legs. Take a breath in. Let it go. Upward facing dog. We'll be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Downward facing dog. Come down to your knees and set up for camel pose. Stack your hips up and over your knees. Toes can be tucked or toes can be untucked. Yogi's choice. Place your hands at the small of your back. Fingers up, fingers down. Pull your belly button in, your bottom ribs in, and then look up and lean back. Press your hips forward. Lift your heart up. Look up and lean back. Look up and lean back. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly come out of camel. Sit back on your heels. Reset. Take a breath in. Let it go. Camel second set. We'll be here for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slowly come out of camel. Sit back on your heels. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then make your way onto your back for bridge pose. Bend your knees. Press your feet firmly into the mat. Can you touch your heels with your middle fingers? That's the distance of your bridge. If you know bridge in your body, come into it. Press down through your heels, lift your hips. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control, lower down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Number 2, bridge or wheel, yogi's choice. Your Tuesday, rise up, bridge or wheel for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control, lower down. Cleanse, breath in. Cleanse, breath out. We'll do total of 6. This is number 3, bridge or wheel. Pick your pose and rise up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control, slow, lower down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Number 4, bridge or wheel. Rise up for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Control, lower down. Breath in. Breath out. Number 5, bridge or wheel. Rise up for 1, 2, 3, 4. Control, soft, slow, lower down. Take a breath in. Let it go. Last one right here. Number 6, rise up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slow, control, lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of your feet into one another. Let your knees go wide. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And feel the heat that you've generated. Feel the heart rate that you have created, that you have elevated. This practice is all you. Nobody can do it for you. Happy baby. Release your happy baby. Extend both legs straight up towards the sky. Flex your feet. Take your hands at the nape of your neck. Lower your right leg down to a hover, flexing your foot. Pulse up towards your left pinky toe for 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs up. Lower your left leg to a hover. Pulse towards your right pinky toe for 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pull your knees into your chest. Take a breath in. Let it go. Bring your hands underneath your tailbone. Give yourself a little hand cushion underneath your tailbone. Extend your legs straight up towards the sky, flexing your feet. Lower your legs down 30 degrees, pressing out through your heels. Then another 30 is 60. Hover your feet, look up at your toes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your legs back up, shoulders down. Lower down 30, then another 30. Hover, look at your feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs back up, shoulders down. We'll do 3 more, 30 degrees, then another 30. Hover your feet, see your toes, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs back up, shoulders down. Second to the last one, 30, 60. Hover, look at your toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your legs back up. Last one, 30 degrees, 60. Hover, see your feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a breath in. Yeah, let it go. Abdominal twists. Clasp your hands at the nape of your neck. Bring your right elbow to your left knee. Extend your right leg long. Flex that foot and switch. We'll do 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With control. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pull your knees into your chest. High boat. You've got this. High boat. Low boat. We'll do 3. High boat, that's 2. Low boat, 2. High boat, 3. Low boat, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lower all the way down. Yeah. Let it go. Let it go. Take a big breath in. Let it go. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Extend your right leg strong and straight back behind you. It's all good. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Half pigeon, bring your right knee to your right wrist. Drape your shin, across the mat. Maybe you place a block underneath your right buttock. If it's high up off the earth, place a brick underneath there. Give yourself some support, bring the earth closer. And when you're ready, take it into sleeping pigeon, bring your forehead down to something. Your fists, the floor, a brick. And be here. Be right here, right now. And then change sides with as many movements or as little movements as you would like. And let your forehead land. Sure. Let your forehead land. Get really present. What's happening in your toes? What's happening in your spine? Bring your fingertips back up onto the mat and come into double pigeon. Bring your right leg around in front and stack your right shin on top of your left shin in a seated position, flexing your feet strong. Flexing your feet strong. Sit tall. Breathe. We'll be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch the stack of your shins. We'll be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. You have a blanket at the top of your mat or nearby your mat. Fold your mat in half towards the back of the room. Just fold it directly in half towards the back of the room. And place the blanket in front of the folded side. Yeah, just like that. We're setting up for frog pose. One knee is going to be on the mat. The other knee is going to be on the blanket. I'll demo real quick. Your thigh bones are going to come straight out of your hip sockets, your shins straight out of your knees, and your feet straight out of your ankles. You may come down to a couple of blocks, but the idea of the blanket being under one knee is so that you can be here for a couple of breaths and let that right knee or the left knee, whichever one, let it slide just a little bit to open more into the pose. Yep, flex your feet. Yep, just like that. Maybe you want the block to slowly lower your chest down towards the earth. Yeah, frog doesn't look like anything, but man, it's legit. It's legit. Look for your right knee to scoot just the tiniest bit with exhales. Can you soften into that? Look for the softening. I know, look for the softening. Maybe you make note of all of the points of contact that you have here in frog. Look for where you can soften, where you can drop resistance. We'll be here for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make your way out of frog. Yeah. You can just slide the blanket out of the way, unfold your mat, and come into seated single leg extension with your right leg extended long towards the front of the room. Left foot comes to your inner right thigh. Root down through your sits bones. Maybe you reach your fingers straight up towards the ceiling. You like that transition. And then reach for your front foot. Dig your heel into the mat, your right heel, dig it down into the mat and pull it in towards your hip socket. And switch sides. And come back up to seated. Seated's forward fold. Extend both legs out long. Dig both heels into the earth. Reach your fingers up towards the ceiling. Hinge at your hips. Reach for your toes. Actively pulling your heels in towards your body. Come back up to seated. Reverse tabletop. Bend your knees. Press your hands into the earth. Lift your hips and heart. We'll be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. Fish pose. Bring your forearms down to the earth. Your hands behind your hips. And like you did in camel, lift your heart towards the ceiling. Look up and lean back. Lift your breastbone towards the ceiling. Look up and lean back for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come out of this pose and set up for an inversion. It could be a waterfall pose with a brick underneath your tailbone. If you're working on headstand, you can take your mat to the wall, shoulder stand, yogi's choice, anything to get your hips up above your heart. We'll be here for, say, a minute. A minute of exploration. Shoulder standers, keep your gaze directly between your 2 big toes. Headstand, press down through your forearms and fist a lot. Press up through your heels, squeeze your inner thighs, lift through your heels. Press down more through your elbows and forearms. Shoulder standers slowly roll out of the pose, 1 vertebrae at a time. Keep looking at the ceiling. Head never moves. Headstanders take child's pose. And come back to your breath. Headstanders, make your way onto your back and take in a supine twist. Right knee pulls into your chest. Switch sides. Come back to center. Take Supta Baddha Konasana once again. And let it be new. Press your feet into your feet. Release your Supta Baddha Konasana. Let your feet go wide on your mat. Extend your feet out long. Find the corners of your mat with your heels. Let your feet get them be big. Yeah, bring your arms down by your sides, palms up. Let your eyes become heavy. Let the skin between your eyebrows become soft. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Let your teeth part. Release control of your breath. And simply be. Simply be here on your mat. Letting your body sink deeper into your mat with the sound of every passing car. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a brand new breath in. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue, make some noise. Again, another new breath. Let something go. Roll to your favorite side and then pause. And check in. Notice what's happening in your body, how your body feels, how you're showing up for yourself right now. Slowly press yourself up to an easy seat at the top of your mat. Bringing your hands to heart center, touching thumbs into your breastbone, sitting tall. We'll close with 3 ohms. Bring your thumb tips to your forehead center, touch in, and together we bow. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you all so much for making this time for you and coming here to this space to share your practice with one another. It's very special. Thank you. Now give yourself a hand.